Walmart! Walmart!
So poetic.
Walmart!
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is male peak form. Jake Paul is a pretty smart guy when it comes to using children to market his own merch, but a terrible human being and just an idiot overall.
The answer to that question is who gives a shit, okay? Right. Neither one of these guys can fight. It's all a big gimmick, and
these guys can fight. It's a big gimmick. Coming from the fucking guy who let CM Punk, a fake WWE wrestler, headline a UFC event. Oh my.
See here, Jake Paul actually has a good point. CM Punk was a WWE superstar, and Dana White ended up signing him to the UFC and making him a headliner, which was a stupid move because we all know how that went.
And his teammates have said about him is this.
That's called a stop to this contest.
But let's go further into these Instagram stories and see what's up.
For that, if people are dumb enough to spend their money watching that shit, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Good luck to them.
A lot of talking, Dana, a lot of talking, but let's check the numbers.
Wait a minute. Let's fix this picture right here. There we go. That makes a lot more sense. See, the whole reason the whole event even got that many pay-per-views was because the main fight was Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. If Mike Tyson wasn't returning, this is what the pay-per-view buys would look like. Now this makes more sense.
UFC 257, Conor McGregor just got knocked the fuck out. Worst stream of all time, Dana White. Worst stream ever. We want refunds.
Here he's actually speaking some facts. When I was in Idaho, I had to reorder the fight 2 fucking times in order for it to work so I could actually watch the Conor fight, and then they finally fixed it. So ESPN or UFC, I need my fucking money back.
Conor McGregor got paid $5 million to fight a bum, and he got knocked out by the bum.
Why is he calling Dustin Poirier a bum? I bet you Dustin Poirier can knock his ass out with his eyes closed.
Bro, the memes right now all over Twitter, it's trending. This is hilarious. He got Nate Robinson.
Not gonna lie, the memes are a little bit funny.
Conor, dude, you got paid $5 million to fight a bum. You should have taken the Jake Paul fight for $50 million, but now I got $10,000 for you. I got $10,000 cash. Cold hard cash, blue hundreds, all cash.
I don't know about you guys, but I think I just saw the first signs of a stroke. And I know Jake showed a $50 million check, but since they never fought or are probably not going to fight, we will never actually know how much Conor would have actually made off the fight because we did not see the contract. Now, in the end, I do believe that the $50 million check was just a publicity stunt to get more people engaged with the fight. Like, for example, people would be like, holy shit, Jake is giving $50 million away to this super mega star to fight him. I wholeheartedly believe that Jake wouldn't have given this money away, regardless if he got the fight or not.
April 17th, guys, I'm fighting. It was supposed to be Conor McGregor, but we'll see what happens. Stay tuned.
The fight clock is brought to you by Modelo.
Yep, you guessed it. He'll be fighting this guy right here. This guy is Ben Askren, used to be a UFC fighter, then he retired. He ended up accepting Jake's offer recently, and now they'll be fighting.
Ben Askren was really the only one ready to go, and he has less losses than McGregor. So, and he's a legit fighter. He's finished 12 people in his professional career.
So by Jake's logic, Ben Askren is a better fighter than Conor McGregor because he has less losses.
You referenced the $50 million offer to Conor McGregor. How close to that number is Ben Askren making on April 17th?
Nowhere near that. Nowhere near that.
Is he making 7 figures?
I don't know. I can't say. I don't want to reveal like contract details or anything like that. But yeah,
What about you? How much do you stand to earn from this?
A lot.
So since to you Ben Askren is the better fighter because he has less losses than Conor McGregor, then why isn't he getting the $50 million check? I'm telling you guys, this was just a publicity stunt. No way he would have given $50 million out like that.
And that event did almost 2 million pay-per-view buys, 8th biggest pay-per-view in history.
Here we go again with this fucking bullshit. Here, I'll use my example of what Jake is basically saying. On May 2nd in 2015, Brad Solomon was facing Adrian Granados. That pay-per-view made 4.6 million buys. And you might be saying to yourself, who the fuck are those guys and why do they generate so many pay-per-views? Well, guess what? The main fight of that card was Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. Now, this is the same logic that Jake is using here. The main fight of his card was Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. People wanted to see Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, not these other fighters on the card. Obviously, there has been some fans that probably did want to see the other fights as well, but the main drive for these pay-per-view buys was Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. Same thing goes for Jake's fight card. Mainly, people wanted to see Mike Tyson return and fight his old rival. I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are saying, bro, he's doing all this because he wants to get people to come watch his fights. He wants to get people to look up his name. He wants to rile up all these other fighters in order to get these fights and stuff like that. And I get it. I know he's a businessman and stuff like that. And he's basically doing all this shit, like calling out McGregor's wife and everything, just to rile up the fighters and get the fights going. I get it. But if he really thinks that his fight was the driving force of all those pay-per-views, he's bad shit crazy. I've also noticed that Jake likes to play the villain, and I fully respect him for doing this. He does get a lot of hate from everybody and dislikes on his videos and whatnot. But he enjoys being this big villain and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm done talking about this bloke for today. Like and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you all.